It's Thursday, March 5th. Welcome to SKEDLIVE. I'm your host, Coco Zhang, and here's what's making news today. Mississauga's move on marijuana legalization tops today's news. A new bylaw passed yesterday at a committee vote. The city may be the first in Canada to license and regulate the production of medical marijuana. Mississauga City Council will make the final decision by the end of this month. The secret tunnel discovered in Toronto near the Rexall Centre has made headlines around the world. Today, the creator of this underground man cave comes front in the Toronto Sun to talk about his work. The 22-year-old Elton MacDonald told the Toronto Sun he started digging 2 years ago because he always wanted to do so. The Toronto police announced there's no charges would be laid. A mix of freezing drizzle and snow hit Toronto earlier this week. Thousands of customers were left in dark and cold started on Tuesday. According to Toronto Hydro, there are about 225 homes still suffering power outage. It is not the first time the city's power has been damaged by the extreme weather. While Torontonians are cut off from power, this morning, New York LaGuardia Airport was closed briefly due to a Delta jet landing accident. The plane skidded off the runway and crashed into a fence. 125 passengers and 5 crew members were aboard. No one was injured. About 3 inches of snow had fallen in New York by the time the accident happened. Now let's go to Sarah Miller for your weather update.
Hi, I'm Sarah Miller with the Weather Report. The sun may be shining, but it's anything but warm. Today we reach a high of -8 and a low of -18. Here's what the week ahead looks like. Humber students can look forward to a mainly sunny day tomorrow with a high of -6 and a low of -9. Saturday will be cloudy with scattered flurries later in the day with a high of -1 and a low of -5. Sunday will be a mix of sun and clouds with a high of 2 and a low of -5. Monday will be mainly sunny with a high of 3 and a low of -5. Tuesday will be partly cloudy with a high of 5 and a low of 1. Finally, here's a reminder to set your clocks 1 hour forward for daylight savings time this Sunday. You're now up to date with this week's weather forecast. I'm Sarah Miller. Now back to the studio.
Thank you, Sarah. Tomorrow, RCMP will release a cell phone video made by Michael Zehaf-Bibeau before his attack on Parliament Hill last year. The Public Safety Committee invited Bob Paulson, RCMP Commissioner, to show and discuss the video. The complete video is part of evidence for the investigation. One of 2 men accused of plotting to derail a Via Rail passenger train told the court that he had no intention of carrying out the plan. The 2 men face several terror-related charges. The trial continues. A GTA pastor is officially confirmed being held in North Korea after being missing for over a month. Reverend Hyun-Soo Lim entered North Korea earlier this year on a humanitarian mission. Lim has had no contact with his family or friends since. Canada's Foreign Ministry said it is aware of the situation, but it has limited ability to provide consular assistance. Lim has made hundreds of trips to North Korea to help oversee a nursing home, a nursery, and an orphanage. Now let's go to Lloyd Kwanzaa for your sports update.
Thanks, Coco, and here are the latest in the world of sports. Spring is around the corner as the Toronto Blue Jays continued their preseason schedule yesterday. They defeated Pittsburgh Pirates 4-1 in Florida for their first win. Starter Marcus Stroman had a good outing, allowing 1 earned run and striking out 1 batter. The Jays go up against Baltimore Orioles today. The Toronto Raptors lost to the Cleveland Cavaliers 121-12 last night. Lou Williams of the Raptors set a franchise record 21 points in the 4th quarter. He ended with 26 points and 6 assists. Raps big man Jonas Valanciunas added 26 points and 11 rebounds. Raps All-Star Kyle Lowry has missed his 3rd consecutive game. the team lists Lowry off due to the coach's decision. Four-time MVP LeBron James scored 29 points, 14 assists, and 6 rebounds to lead the Cavs. Cleveland have now locked into a three-way tie for second place in the NBA Eastern Conference with the Raptors and Chicago Bulls. Toronto now heads to Charlotte to play the Hornets Friday night. Canadian and Minnesota Timberwolves rookie Andrew Wiggins has won his 4th consecutive Rookie of the Month award in the NBA. Wiggins led all rookies with 16.8 points per game. The former first overall pick topped the win with a 20-point game, 5 rebounds last night against the Denver Nuggets. The T-Wolves next played the division-leading Portland Trail Blazers on Saturday. The Oklahoma City Thunder star Russell Westbrook has accomplished a feat that hasn't been done since I was born. He has tied NBA legend Michael Jordan by recording 4 straight triple-doubles. He scored 49 points, 14 rebounds, and 10 assists in a win versus the lowly Philadelphia 76ers. He also accomplished the feat after missing 1 game due to a fractured cheekbone. The Thunder will play tonight against the Chicago Bulls. The Toronto Maple Leafs play the Tampa Bay Lightning tonight in Florida. Leafs are looking for their 2nd straight road win after losing a franchise-worst 16 road games in a row. Lightning star and GTA native Steven Stamkos has a 5-game point streak against the Leafs. With another loss, Toronto will be 1 step closer to OHL star Connor McDavid. Montreal Canadiens lost to the league-leading Anaheim Ducks last night 3-1. Alexander Galchenyuk scored the lone goal for the Canadiens. Francois Beauchemin, Cam Fowler, and Ricard Raquel scored for the Ducks. Montreal plays the defending Stanley Cup champs tonight in Los Angeles. The Habs are in the middle of a 4-game road trip. Ottawa Senators beat the Winnipeg Jets 3-1. Eric Condra, Bobby Ryan, and Kyle Turris scored for the Sens. The lone Jets scorer was Michael Frolik. Sens play Buffalo Sabres tomorrow in Ottawa, while Jets play the Predators Saturday in Nashville. The NHL and NHLPA have announced Rogers Sportsnet and TVA in Canada and ESPN in America will broadcast the 2016 World Cup of Hockey. The tournament will feature the top 6 hockey playing nations and 2 newly created teams, to the top European players, and the best under-23 North American players. The tournament will be held from September 17th to October 16th at the Air Canada Centre. Toronto FC will begin their season on time after the Major League Soccer Union and owners agreed to a new deal yesterday. The season was in jeopardy for the first game on Friday. The agreement is set for 5 years. With the announcement, Toronto FC starts the season March 7th against the Vancouver Whitecaps at BC Place. Denver Broncos quarterback Peyton Manning has confirmed his return to the NFL and announced he will take a $4 million pay cut. Manning was scheduled to make $19 million, but will now make $15 million to help his team save cap room. NFL free agency begins March 10th. TSN has issued a formal apology to Maple Leafs captain Dion Phaneuf, his wife Alicia Cuthbert, and teammate Joffrey Lupul. The apology comes after Phaneuf, Cuthbert, and Lupul threatened to sue TSN over an offensive tweet shown during the network's trade deadline coverage this past Monday. Suspended NASCAR driver Kurt Busch has been cleared of a Delaware court of domestic abuse. A former girlfriend accused Busch of a violent assault on September 26. Busch denied the allegations and accused her of seeking revenge after he ended their relationship. I'm Lloyd Quanta with your sports update, and back to the studio.
Thank you, Lloyd. Now let's take a look at what's going on around the world. The family of Michael Brown say they will be filing a civil lawsuit against the city of Ferguson. The announcement was made today by lawyers for the parents of the unarmed 18-year-old who was fatally shot last August. Darren Wilson, the officer who shot Brown, will also be named in the wrongful death suit. Justice Department yesterday cleared Wilson of wrongdoing, but also issued a report outlining unconstitutional and discriminatory law enforcement practices. Murderer Jodi Arias will not receive the death penalty for the 2008 killing of her ex-boyfriend. The jury was unable to reach a decision on whether she should receive the death penalty or life in prison, meaning the judge will sentence Aris. She now faces either a life term or life with possibility of parole in 25 years. U.S. Ambassador to South Korea, Mark Lippert, underwent 2.5 hours of surgery after he was slashed in the face earlier today. Lippert was attacked by a Korean nationalist at a forum in Seoul to discuss Korean reunification. The attacker was caught and identified by police as 55-year-old Kim Kim-jong. In 2010, Kim tried to attack the Japanese ambassador to South Korea by throwing a piece of concrete. He was given a suspended jail term, according to police. Doctors said the ambassador is stable after very successful surgery that required 80 stitches in his face. Chad's army has fought a number of battles against Boko Haram as part of a cross-border military campaign. Troops chased militants out of a northeastern Nigerian town. Boko Haram leader Abubakar Shekau was reportedly in the town but managed to escape. The president of Chad warned Shekau to surrender or be killed. Nigeria's military has said on at least 3 occasions it had killed Shekau or a man claimed to be him. Iran started a new round of nuclear talks with representatives of P5+1 countries comprising the United States, China, Russia, France, Britain, and Germany. 6 world powers in Iran have a deadline until June to reach an agreement that curbs sensitive Iranian nuclear work in exchange for sanctions relief. Iranian Foreign Minister Mohammad Javad Zarif said they were moving closer to a nuclear deal, but cautioned there were details that needed to be worked out. Ukrainian parliament passed a law today to increase the size of its armed forces. The law allows. Let's throw to Nima Pajam for your entertainment update.
Thanks, Coco. Here's your entertainment update for today. Canadian fashion designers Dan and Dean Caton, known for their brand D-Squared, are under scrutiny for their show held at the Milan Fashion Week on Monday. The brothers used a derogatory term to label their new Aboriginal-inspired collection. The twin brothers have not yet responded to the criticism unleashed on social media. Nathan Griffith, otherwise known as the fiancé of Janelle Evans, star of Teen Mom 2, was arrested yesterday. The 27-year-old has been charged for domestic violence after a confrontation with Evans in the afternoon. Officials don't know if the confrontation has been caught on camera. Paris Hilton's brother, Conrad, reaches headlines again for his notable attitude. The 20-year-old was to plead guilty for assaulting the flight attendants on his trip from London to Los Angeles last year. Currently, he's reached a plea deal in which he will admit to misdemeanor assault against the flight attendants in exchange for a felony charge being dropped. The 2015 MTV Movie Awards are set to occur this April 15th. Guardians of the Galaxy, The Fault in Our Stars, and Neighbors are the leading nominations. The live show will be hosted by comedian Amy Schumer at 8/7 Central. Lily James, the star of the upcoming Cinderella remake, is defending accusations of CGI being used to slim her waist for her role as Cinderella. James claims that due to her naturally tiny waist and the help of a corset, she was able to obtain her tiny figure. In an interview with E! News, James said that she was not a fan of the super skinny look and hopes to promote a healthier figure. Yet another classic Disney tale is set to be filmed, and Dan Stevens is our beast. That's right. Stevens will be cast with Emma Watson in the upcoming Beauty and the Beast live-action remake, with Luke Evans in talk for playing Gaston. Leonardo DiCaprio has partnered with Netflix to produce a documentary series that will air exclusively on Netflix. DiCaprio, as producer, wants the project to focus on environment and conservation, which looks promising considering his work on the Oscar-nominated documentary with Netflix, Virunga. Fans of the worldwide phenomenon 50 Shades of Grey are to be disappointed in India. That's right, the highly conservative country has banned the film from theaters due to its explicit content, even if scenes of nudity and sex have been edited out. Rap artist Big Sean has topped the US Billboard 200 chart on Wednesday. This was the first time Sean has topped the charts, selling over 139,000 albums and being streamed over 17 million times. Kelly Clarkson fights back. The American Idol responded to negative tweets from British personality Katie Hopkins. Hopkins is known for targeting Kelly Clarkson various times. Before her recent tweets regarding Kelly Clarkson's figure, Clarkson fired back saying, "I'm awesome, and it doesn't matter," to a reporter at People magazine. "You go, Kelly." Speaking of going, country music star Shania Twain has told fans that her upcoming Rock This Country tour will be her last, though the singer says that after the 48-city tour, she will not stop making music. "This summer will be the perfect farewell for the perfect time for me to say goodbye to the stage," Twain told CTV Canada AM this morning. This has been Nima Rajan for your entertainment update. Now back to you, Coco.
Thank you, Nima. Today is World Book Day. It is time to celebrate authors, illustrators, books, and the most important, don't forget to read. That's all for today's SKEDLIVE. I'm your host, Coco Zhan. Be sure to check skedline.com for all of our stories and leave a comment. Can't wait to hear from you. Until next time.